I don't talk about this nearly enough because, to be honest, it kind of feels like a secret weapon when it comes to content. But one of the main reasons why my account has grown and why I always get results for clients is because of text hooks. The text you have on the screen at the beginning of the video is one of the most underrated growth tools. And if you get good at these, you will wield ungodly levels of power when it comes to your content, I swear to God. I do not create a piece of content unless I know I've got a good text hook to go alongside it, because it's one of the first things people process when they're scrolling really quickly or on mute. It's the main thing that makes people decide whether your content is worth somebody's time and attention. So if you want to do a really good text hook, there are 3 things you need to include at all times. The first thing is context. If somebody comes across your video on their feed and they have no idea what it's about, who you are, or why they should care, they are gone. If you're a fitness creator, instead of having something on the screen that is vague, like let's talk about this, change it to this is why your glutes aren't growing even though you train them every week. Or if you're a book creator, instead of saying my thoughts on this book, change it to the thriller you need to read if you want something that's impossible to put down. It needs to be specific and it needs to include keywords of the topic you're talking about, because that's not only going to be helpful for the person watching, but it's also going to be helpful for the algorithm. Platforms use text on the screen to help understand what your video is about so it can serve it to the right people and categorize it properly. The next thing you need is a promise of payoff or a point towards an end result, because people don't stop on content just because it's nice. They stop when they feel like they're getting something from it. So something like, this is the easiest dinner to make when you have no energy, or here are 5 things you should always pack on a long haul flight with kids. It's that curiosity gap. People will stop and pay attention when they feel like there's something in the video they don't have yet. And then the next thing is bold, strong, hyperbolic language. So words like the best, the easiest, the worst, the most genius, underrated, overrated. These are high contrast words that stir an emotional response and make people stop and pay attention. They physically can't ignore them. Then from a very practical point of view, your text on the screen needs to be easy to read. So use really simple native fonts, high contrast colors, black and white. Keep the text on the screen for at least 3 seconds so people have time to process and read it. The goal here is to make it easy to understand, not to make it look pretty. I mean, bonus if you can do both, but clarity over aesthetics. If you want to know more about all of this stuff and how to create content that actually gets results, join the Content Club. That is my course and community for content creators where I teach you how to grow and monetize through doing practical, helpful stuff like this. If you want in, send me a DM and I'll give you a discount code.